Poor girl sent the ultrasound to her billionaire boss by mistake. He cancelled his wedding instantly. Maya never meant to send the message. Her phone buzzed as she hurried through the hospital corridor, clutching a thin envelope and fighting the familiar wave of panic that came with unpaid bills and unanswered prayers. The ultrasound technician had smiled kindly, congratulated her softly, and printed the image without asking too many questions. Maya nodded, thanked her, and walked out alone. 8 weeks pregnant, she sank onto a plastic chair in the waiting area, hands trembling as she unlocked her phone. She needed to send the image to someone, anyone, just to make it real. Her thumb hovered over a contact name she hadn't messaged in months. Ethan Blackwood. She froze. No, not him. Ethan Blackwood was her boss. The billionaire CEO of Blackwood Enterprises. The man whose presence alone made entire boardrooms fall silent. The man who barely knew she existed beyond quarterly reports and perfectly formatted emails. Her heart slammed as she realized what she'd done. The image had already sent, along with a single message. I don't know what to do. Maya's breath caught. She stared at the screen in horror, then stood abruptly, nearly knocking over her chair. Her fingers flew as she typed a follow-up apology, then deleted it. Typed again, deleted again. It was too late. Ethan Blackwood was standing in front of a floor-to-ceiling mirror when his phone buzzed. The tailor adjusted his jacket, praising the craftsmanship of the Italian suit. Ethan barely listened. He glanced down, and the world tilted. An ultrasound image stared back at him. Grainy, black and white, indisputable. His chest tightened. Below it was a message that shattered the air from his lungs. I don't know what to do. Ethan dismissed the tailor with a sharp nod and locked the penthouse door behind him. His hands shook, something that hadn't happened in years. Because he knew that image. 8 weeks. The timing was exact. His mind dragged him back to a rain-soaked night months earlier, when a corporate retreat had gone wrong. Too much wine, too much honesty, a moment of weakness with the one woman who never asked him for anything. Maya, quiet, brilliant, struggling. She'd tried to leave the room that night. He remembered that clearly. We shouldn't, but they had, once, and never spoke of it again. Ethan sank onto the edge of his bed, staring at the phone as if it might burn him. His fiancée, Victoria Hale, was due to arrive in an hour to finalize wedding plans. The wedding every magazine called, the union of two empires. His phone buzzed again. No new message, just the ultrasound, staring back at him like truth demanding to be acknowledged. His jaw hardened. He stood up, and made a decision that would ripple through every corner of his carefully constructed life. The wedding was cancelled within the hour. No explanation, no apology to her, just a single statement released by Blackwood Enterprises. Mr. Blackwood has decided to postpone personal commitments due to unforeseen circumstances. Victoria screamed. Investors panicked. The media erupted, and Maya sat at her tiny kitchen table, refreshing the news on her cracked phone screen, her face drained of color. She hadn't heard from Ethan. Not a word. Her email inbox filled with speculation, office rumors, and eventually, a message from HR asking her to take paid leave, until further notice. She cried that night, not because of the baby, but because she was certain she had ruined his life. 3 days later, a black car waited outside her apartment building. Maya almost didn't go, but something in her chest told her running wouldn't change anything. The penthouse was everything she expected, cold, elegant, untouchable. Ethan stood by the window, his back to her, city lights glowing like stars behind him. I didn't know, she said quickly, words tumbling out. I swear I didn't plan this. I never would have sent. I know, Ethan interrupted, turning slowly. His eyes weren't angry. They were steady. You tried to leave that night, he said quietly. I remember. Maya swallowed. I don't want anything from you. I do, he replied. The words hung between them. She blinked. What? I want responsibility, Ethan said. I want truth, and I want to be present. Her hands curled into fists. You cancelled your wedding. Yes, for this. Her voice cracked. For my child, he corrected. And because I refused to build a life on lies. Silence followed. Then, softer, you're not alone anymore. Maya's knees nearly gave out. The world didn't forgive Ethan overnight. Victoria publicly accused him of betrayal. The tabloids painted Maya as a gold digger, a mistake, a scandal. But Ethan stood firm. He moved slowly, carefully, never forcing, never buying her silence. He showed up to doctor's appointments. Learned how to cook breakfast in her tiny kitchen. Listened when she cried at 3 a.m. about fear and money and whether she was strong enough to do this. You already are, he told her once, resting a hand gently over her stomach. And for the first time in her life, Maya believed someone meant it. Months later, Ethan stood beside her in the delivery room, gripping her hand as their daughter cried her way into the world. Tiny, perfect, real, Ethan wept openly, not for the empire he almost lost, but for the family he almost missed. And all because of one accidental message that refused to stay hidden.